Everyone, World Film Geek here, and today I've had the pleasure of interviewing actress Jessica Sutton. Many will know her for her work in The Kissing Booth, which was recently released on Netflix, and she's also been in Inside Man Most Wanted, Detour, and Finders Keepers. She joins the cast of Rogue, which is coming out this Friday in select theaters, on demand and digital from Lionsgate. Enjoy the interview.
Hi,
Hi Jessica, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Doing pretty well, thank you. So I got to see Rogue, and I loved it. I thought it was like a great combination of an action and a horror film wrapped up together in one nice little package.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I love that.
So my first question is, what inspired you to take on the role of Asilia, and can you give us a brief description of the character?
I've been telling my friends that I would describe Rogue as mayhem with a message.
Mm-hmm.
It follows two storylines, one around a rogue lioness and the other around a rescue mission gone wrong and how those two stories collide.
Mm-hmm.
I play the character of Asilia Wilson, the governor's daughter who has been kidnapped by the Al-Shabaab.
Wow. So what was it like working with? Yeah.
I practiced that, can you tell?
Yeah. What was what was it like working with Megan Fox? I mean, this was definitely a change of pace for her because we're used to seeing her play the eye candy, and now here she is playing a badass warrior in this film.
Well, in my opinion, she's always been a badass. I've been such a fan of her since 2007. I remember going to see her in the first Transformers with my brother in the cinema, and it was just such a surreal, incredible experience to be acting opposite her. She's so professional, generous, kind, and we just had a great connection.
That's awesome. Well, just yesterday, I actually spoke with director MJ Bassett yesterday, and she said it was such a great shoot.
Yes.
She said it was such a great shoot. What was it like working with her?
Well, she was the reason why I did the show. MJ and I have a love relationship. I met her and I worked with her the first time on Inside Man 2. Very briefly, I came in for like a cameo role, and she just blew me away. She's so masterful and so formidable. And then she followed me to Vancouver to shoot an episode of my show Motherland Fort Salem.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically pitched me the passion project of Rogue that her and her daughter Isabel Bassett had co-written. And she was like, "Do you want to be a part of it?" And I'm like, "Yes, 100% yes." It was kind of before I'd even read the script or seen any character breakdown. It was just a no-brainer for me. I think she's just one of the greatest people and artists I know.
Yeah, she was telling me how she worked with a lot of familiar faces on that movie, and it's like it was just easy peasy for her. And I thought that's amazing because a lot of times when it comes to these indie productions, there's always some sort of major challenge. But she said for the most part, it wasn't that much of a challenge. It was mostly just about something happened on the set of the movie with a fire, but you all went through it pretty well.
Yes.
And so
yeah.
that
No,
was.
I mean, look, when you work with MJ, you're expecting to be like put through the ringer. It's like that you're about to experience an epic journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm one of those actors. I just love the challenge, and she knows. I think that's where we work really well together. And when it came to putting the cast together, I think for the most part, she was just choosing people she really wants to work with. And I thought that's how I want to be. If I ever do go into producing and have my own production company, it's like you really are, selecting people that just inspire you, and they're going to be able to bring forth the work that you have in your mind. I don't know how she does this, but she forms such a trusting and safe environment. Every MJ Bassett set I walk on, every time I work with her, I'm like just so struck by how masterful she is. She controls the set, but then, she'll come speak to the actor and give them just enough direction, but also so much trust. Like, she trusts you to deliver, and that's something that I thrive off.
Yeah, and one thing that was great was the chemistry between you and MJ's daughter, because she was the other hostage at first. Like the mercenaries,
Yes,
they didn't even want her, but then once they got into it, she's just right there, and she was all for it. And and it's even better that she co-wrote the film with MJ, and that's what made it even better.
I don't. She is such a force, and yeah. I mean, working with her and knowing that she'd written it and acting opposite was just. It was just one of those experiences where like I've never done this before, and this was so ridiculously cool. She could answer any question that I had about the character or the circumstance. If there was any confusion with kind of what the scene was about, or what the intention was, obstacle-wise or otherwise, it was so great. And we just got on so well. I feel always unprofessional saying this because I miss everyone. I feel like this is the kind of crazy magic about this industry, is that you're with strangers from all walks of life, from all over the world, for a really intense, intimate, limited time of connection and collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And you go from strangers to family. That's the feeling of it. And yeah, I miss the whole team.
That's great. So, what, if any, what would you say would have been the most difficult thing about shooting as an actress, especially on this project?
Oh, the hardest part for sure with this film was the month and a half of night shooting that we did. Good Lord, that's gonna screw your body clock. And yeah, it's grueling. But we pulled through, and I can say that I've done it now. I know I'll never ever complain about that 3 consecutive night shoot.
Yeah.
That usually comes with any feature or even in the TV series filming. We'll get a few night shoots here and there, but I can say now that I've been put through the fire because we did night shoots for a whole month and a half. So, yeah.
Wow.
I got my steel.
Yes, you proved yourself to be a trooper. So,
sorry, say that again?
You finally proved yourself to be a trooper in that sense.
I did. I really did. I did.
So, my final question is, with film and TV production slowly coming back, thank God, what are there?
God, yeah.
Yes, are there any new projects that you can talk about?
Yeah, my show Motherland Fort Salem is going for season 2, so I'm just packing currently. I'm here. I have been in lockdown since March, with my family in Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm 2 weeks out of for Vancouver to start shooting season 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's Freeform's Motherland Fort Salem. So that's currently showing on Freeform, Hulu, and Showmax.
Great. So
and hopefully I will be in for a few more auditions for features, but nothing yet.
Nothing concrete. Yep, I hear that. Well, at least it's coming back. At least,
concrete.
Yeah, at least film production is finally coming back. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, I know we got everyone's got the standards now.
Really good.
Yeah, I think it's important to keep this industry going.
Yeah.
So
it is.
So Rogue is coming out this Friday, and people who love a good action film, who want to see some mercenaries go up against not just rebels but some lionesses in the process, and with a finale that's just mind blowing, because I was blown away by the ending. They're gonna enjoy this one, and Jessica, yes, you were great in the film, and I hope the film is a hit.
Thank you.
Okay, well, you take
Thank
care,
you.
and you stay
thanks for
safe.
the great questions.
All right, and you stay safe.
You too.